Welcome everybody to the DCS Vacuum Training video. Today I'm going to show you how to operate one of our most common vacuums that we utilize here on a daily basis. I'm going to show you how to change the bag, how to empty the bag, how to turn it on, how to properly wrap up the cord, and actually how to change the belt on it so you can do some of your own maintenance in the field, as well as how to unclog it. So let's get started. First thing about these vacuums, the nice part is they're very lightweight. I want to show you where the power button is on these. Small button here. When the vacuum is plugged in, press that button with your foot, turns the vacuum on. Press it again, it turns the vacuum off. The front, you'll notice that there's a dial. Now what this does is it adjusts the height of the vacuum according to the height of the pile of the carpet. So the thicker the pile, the higher up you want to put the vacuum. The lower the pile, the lower you want to put the vacuum. Okay? And you can see on here, there's illustration of exactly what that looks like. 1 being the lowest and 6 being the highest. So use that as your gauge. The next piece of this, I want to show you how to properly wrap up the cord. As you can see, the cord is neatly placed around the 2 hooks that are on the side of the vacuum. This is the appropriate way to hang up your cord. We've had several issues in the past where this isn't done, the cord gets stepped on, gets ran over, and before you know it, the cord is no longer safe to be used and we have to pay a significant amount of money to get it fixed. Keep in mind that all the equipment here affects the DCS bottom line. What that means is, for us to be able to continue to grow, it's going to stunt that growth, which eventually will stunt the opportunity creation that we have for you guys. So, the whole goal is for us to, grow this company as big as we can according to our vision. And by not taking care of our equipment, it's going to prevent that. So, to unwind the vacuum, take the end of the cord, and you want to slowly unravel it from the hooks. Now, when doing this, you want to make sure that you remove any kinks that are in the cord, which if it was wound up correctly, there shouldn't be any. But you never know. So just keep an eye on that. Okay. So once this is complete, just like so, alright, I'm going to show you how to actually empty the bag. Easiest way to do this is there's a little clip on the back of the vacuum. You want to unhook the bag from it. You can see there. Hook it on, pop it off. And then you'll notice on the bottom of the vacuum there's a little knob and a little hook here which holds the bag in place. So what we're going to do, pop that over, the bag comes off. Now, once you have the bag off the vacuum, nothing is going to fall out of this end, so don't get nervous. You're actually going to dump the bag from the top here where the silver piece is. So how we do that is you're going to slide the silver piece off of the vacuum bag. You're going to slowly open the bag up, walk over to a garbage can or take a garbage bag and dump the contents into that bag. When you're done, fold it back out, pinch the bag together, slide the silver piece over it. Okay, you want to pull it through till it goes tight to the side. There's a couple of knobs there that'll let you know that the bag has been brought over far enough. And then we're going to hook the bag back up to the vacuum. So I always prefer to hook the bottom up first just so there's no tension on the spring. So what you do is, there's a little hook here on the base and another little opening on the bottom of the vacuum. So what I do is put that on so that way the knob goes into the little opening. Simply clip that closed, just like so. And it'll snap on very easily as long as it's aligned properly. The next step, I'll lift the spring up, place it back onto the hook, and you're good to go. So the next part of vacuum maintenance that we're going to talk about is how to unclog the vacuum, which, if you look at the base of the vacuum, you'll notice that there's a metal plate right here. What this does, it actually protects the motor, houses the vacuum belt, okay, prevents anything too large from going in and entering where the brushes are. So it prevents any damage to the vacuum. So what we do to change a belt, there's two little clips, just like the vacuum bag, on the side of the bottom plate. Okay, they'll be locked in and closed. All right. When you turn it over, you want to unhook either side, and that will pop right off. Okay. Now, once you have that plate off, a couple things you can do. You will be allowed to change the belt itself if you had an issue with the belt or if the belt snaps. Okay. Or you can actually pop the brush roller right off. You can clean the brush roller if need be, if something was stuck. Okay. And you can unplug anything that gets caught underneath here with the vacuum. Okay. So any hair, lint, anything that's too big to be in the base of the vacuum, you can easily remove it. All right. If you do run into a situation where you're not able to unclog or unplug the vacuum, don't continue using it. Stop using it. Turn the vacuum off. Notify your supervisor, and we'll get another vacuum to you and swap it out so we can fix it. Okay. So we'll put the brush roller back on. Let's do this. You're going to make sure the belt is on the brush roller first. You're going to line the brush roller up. Okay, there's two rubber gaskets on the side of the brush roller. You want to line it up with the grooves that are on the side and just push till it's tight. Okay, and you can roll the brush around just to make sure that it's fitting properly. Now what you want to do to hook the belt back on is you're going to pull nice and easy on the belt until it ends up around the little groove that's back here towards the motor. Okay. You can test it and make sure that the brush roller is able to move freely. Double check that there's no debris in the bottom of the vacuum, and then you can replace the bottom plate. To do this, there's two little hooks on the front here, one here and one here, and there's two little holes on the front of the bottom plate. You want to place the bottom plate right over those. Okay. Set the bottom plate flat down. Rehook your side clips, and you're good to go. So again, I just want to emphasize the importance of taking care of all DCS equipment. This is the first of many training videos that we're going to be showing for you. And once you see them, we're going to expect that you're able to, maintain, change a belt, clean out any plugs in the vacuum, and just overall take care of it. Again, it's very important to the success of DCS and to you being successful in your role as well. So now that we've learned how to clean out the bottom of the vacuum, how to take the bottom plate off, change a belt, what we're going to do is show you how to rewrap the cord properly. So the first step, okay, is to make sure that the cord winds up around the bottom hook, like so. Keep some tension on it. And you're going to place it over the top hook again, back around the bottom, and repeat this until the end of the cord is in your hands. Okay, so notice that, making sure that everything is nice and neat. All right, keeping tension on the cord. You want to do this till we get to the end. Now, at the end of every one of your shifts, you should be winding the cord up nice and neatly, because again, we don't want people stepping on the cords. You know, we don't want the ends of the cords, the prong piece, which actually goes into the outlet. If somebody steps on that and breaks it, you won't have a vacuum to use that night. So we'll make sure it's wound up. Then what we do, it's hard to see, but there's a little hook on the back of the cord here. We want to snap this on to the electrical cord itself. So when you're done winding it up, this is a newer vacuum, so it still hasn't been broken in. So let's do that. There we go. And it'll fit nice and taut on there. So again, any questions about the maintenance of your vacuum, feel free to ask your supervisor. We want to make sure that everybody's comfortable with and understands how to properly maintain their vacuum, how to change a belt, how to unclog the vacuum, and it's really going to help propel DCS forward.